That one. Would love to analyze that. Caitlyn Jenner, he says, I'm sorry. No, or excuse me, Darren Chris says that Caitlyn Jenner, I'm sorry, apologizes for inappropriate comments he made during Hedwig and the Angry Inch performance. Yeah, it's well, pop culture as it is, everybody can't be, they got to be on the Caitlyn. I'm sorry, it's still Bruce. Still Bruce Jenner. Not Caitlyn. I'm not going to go down that road. Did you know that you could now print your face on a latte coffee machine? In about 10 seconds, actually. Yeah, this is something new for all you coffee. Speaking of selfie, this here, just think about this now. Take a picture of yourself somewhere, and so now you can print your face on a latte. A coffee machine lets anyone create intricate foam art in just 10 seconds. Now, the machine costs about $1,000, combines 3D printing with an inkjet system. Now, it links to an app and prints out natural coffee extract called Ripple Pods. Again, something I'd never heard of. Images can be taken from Ripple's library, or customers can submit a photo from their camera roll, which will then be transferred or transformed into foam. Now, only the most skilled baristas are able to create intricate foam art by hand, but they can't take your, they can't, a barista can't in that foam art create a picture of you. But now a new system named Ripple Maker could allow anyone to print complicated designs on their lattes and cappuccinos. The technology works basically by combining 3D printing technology with an inkjet system that spits out natural coffee extract called Ripple Pods. Users can choose designs through the Ripple app, such as inspirational messages and images of their loved ones, or images can be taken from Ripple's content library, or customers can submit an image from their camera, which will be transformed into foam art at the venue. Now the images can be edited, scaled, filtered, have text added, etc. According to Steam CC, the company behind the system, the image is printed on the coffee in less than 10 seconds. Okay. So some of the key features is no artificial color is added. Ripple images are produced in coffee scale, coffee-based shades rather than in full color. The system adjusts automatically to a range of coffee cup sizes up to 7 inches high and 4.5 inches wide. Ripples are produced within 10 seconds. Ripple's content library has hundreds of images and messages to choose from. Coffee lovers can use the app to browse Ripples. The system automatically adjusts. Now, priced at $1,000, the Ripple Maker is currently only available to commercial establishments that serve coffee. Now, Lufthansa will be the first global brand to use the technology and will be rolling out in their first and business class lounges later this year. Latte art is one of the most shared images on social media. Basically, Yossi Meshulam, CEO of Steam CC, parent of Ripple, says we're taking latte art to a whole new level. I would have to agree. Although I don't see the benefit of having my picture on my coffee. What am I going to do? Am I going to run around? I can see it now. Everybody goes to Starbucks And, Starbucks starts to get these machines, and everybody goes to Starbucks and says, okay, I'll take one of those Ripple, things. Here's my picture. And then they, instead of drinking their coffee, they're going to run back to the office and show everybody their picture of their coffee. I can see that being an annoyance really fast. But hey, there it is for you. You can, of course, you can put your own. You can put just about any picture you want. Evidently, so hey, did you know that they're working on Zoolander 2? I had heard rumors of them doing a Zoolander 2. I didn't know that they were, but Penelope Cruz is in it. Zoolander 2. It's good. I always thought that Zoolander, I didn't think that it actually did well in the box office, but evidently after the box office on video and in DVD and rentals, and it did big business. So now finally they're doing Zoolander 2. I always thought Zoolander was one of Ben Stiller's better movies. I thought it was funny. I thought it was actually hilarious. I even owned a copy of it when it was on VHS tape. Now, I don't own any VHS tapes anymore because I don't even have a machine that plays VHS tapes. But I have not upgraded that particular title to DVD. But I did think it was funny. And so it's, they're doing sequels to a whole bunch of movies and, revamps and restarts to a whole bunch of movies. So why not Zoolander, I guess. Zoolander 2. Hopefully it'll be as funny as the first ones. Are you rich? If you're now, this is Waitrose. This is a UK establishment. Are you rich? If you shop at Waitrose, drink champagne, and can't remember the last time you caught the bus, and the answer is yes. The rich list features 38 signs you live like the other half, including not having store loyalty cards, going skiing, and never buying a bottle of wine for under basically $15. Having fresh flowers is, again, another sign of you being rich. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. You're going to be construed as being rich if you do some of this stuff. Just so you know, the rich list features 38 signs that you live like the other half. Study has found features not having loyalty cards, going skiing, and having fresh flowers. Researchers asked 2,000 Brits to define key indicators of a person's wealth. They said never having to check your available funds came top of the list. Now, shopping at Waitrose, drinking champagne, and such. But according to a new study, these lifestyle choices actually mean you are considered to be rich. Now, these other factors include having fresh flowers around the house, children who take riding lessons, and never hunting for bargains. The report also revealed a marked disparity between the North and the South. Londoners believe you need property worth roughly 3.7 million pounds, which is roughly about $5 million, to be rich, while the North think it's in the range of 2.8 million pounds, or around $4 million bucks. The list was compiled after researchers asked a panel of 2,000 Brits to define the key indicators of a person's wealth. Of course, never having to check your availability of funds. Owning a boat and having a housekeeper also featured high on the list, as did sending your children to private school and having a second property, a vacation property. Being able to spend more than $800 on one item of clothing is another trait, while flying business class is also considered to make you rich. Now, all this stuff is, this is British stuff now. But if you do any of this stuff, just know that you're considered to be rich. Now, the survey also found just 6% describe themselves as rich in terms of wealth, while 60% consider themselves to be rich in non-material ways, such as having healthy children and a close, loving family. They always have that kind of stuff on there. Now, but here are some of the things. Are you rich? Never have to check your available funds. Having a swimming pool in your house. Did you know that? You know, you're rich if you have a swimming pool in your house. In your house. If you own a boat, you have a housekeeper. You know, Merry Maids comes to your house. You send your children to private school. You own a second property, vacation property. You spend more than 500 pounds, about $800 on individual item of clothing. You fly business class. You own a mortgage-free property. Oh, you know, you could have paid on it for 30 or 35 years, but now you're rich. You have your own gym in your home. You have more than $2 million in the bank. You eat at Michelin starred restaurants because, you know, we know only the rich people eat there. You have a house worth $3 million or more. You have a wine cellar. I know a lot of people who have wine cellars, and some of them are just, you know, I got 24 bottles. I got a wine cellar. I guess it depends on the wine cellar. You have a personal accountant. Well, if they come to the United States, a lot of people have a personal accountant. You eat goose rather than turkey on Christmas. That might be construed as being rich, considered the cost, what it costs to buy a goose nowadays. You travel first class on trains. Americans really don't travel on trains. You have investments. Yes, you're going to be construed as being rich if you have investments. You have a gardener. Okay, I don't know anybody who has a gardener, not even the rich around here. Just saying. You refer to your land in acres. You have a personal shopper. Now, there are people who have businesses running personal errands for people, and these people are not rich. The people having the personal shopper. Wear handmade suits, you drink champagne, you drive a classic car on the weekends. There are a lot of classic cars, but some of them I wouldn't, on the road, I wouldn't say that you're rich because you're driving it. It might be your only car. Order an annual Christmas hamper from Fortnum and Mason. I don't even know what that is. Have a personal trainer who comes to you. You have a life coach. You own a black credit card. You have children who have riding lessons. You go skiing at least once a year. Hey, New Englanders, or Coloradans, you go skiing in the mountains once a year, you're rich. Never bother hunting for bargains. You own a brand new 4-wheel drive. Yeah, that's rich. You don't recall the last time you took the bus. I don't recall the last time I took the bus, but I'm definitely not rich. You always have fresh flowers around the house. During the winter, I know a lot of people who do. In the summer, they cut the flowers from their own yard. Never spend less than about $15 on a bottle of wine. You do your weekly shopping at Waitrose. I guess it's some high-end store. You have a dog, designer dog, and you don't have loyalty cards. A lot of people have designer dogs, those little yip-yip things. Can't stand them. You know, so if you have all of that stuff, or even some of that stuff, on that list, you can honestly say that you are now a part of the rich class. So go out this weekend and live the life, because now you know for sure that you are rich. I am out of time for today and for the week. I'm Rod Eccles. This has been the Rod Eccles Show. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. See you back here on Monday. I'm out.